Hi YouTube, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about why I'm so aggressive towards Satanists. Even when I was a kid, I watched everybody I knew turn against me because they knew I had a love for God in my heart and only God, and they knew that, as far as my trust. And, so all my life I've watched everybody that I've met, even if they started out kind of docile and godly or whatever, it was always something that showed me who they paid their allegiance to, you know, always. So even through the marriage of the father of my two sons, and watching that fall apart and knowing the person in my mind's eye that was responsible for that, um, I decided to start stalking Satan like he did my family and I, up close and personal. And it wasn't anything to do with an attraction, it was a mutual friendship of being the only other person on this planet that had the same exact understanding of what was going on that I did. And that's what we had in common. But the point is, the only thing I could do is to personally try and put a damper on how he was gonna try to harm people. So I just want to make that really clear. I don't know that that's even the topic of my video, and some of you may think that, oh well, I'm whacked and whatever I'm saying doesn't really make any sense, or you could appear to think like that because the forces of darkness will work through people that are unaware of that, you know? So, yeah, I have a very good understanding of the grotesque nature. This is just part of what somebody said. I'm kind of answering some questions. Then I'll just talk about something else. But how, like, earth women will have a longing for like the serpent race because their genitalia is usually larger from what has been said. Well, let me tell you, that's not, um, in my life, that has never been a thing. And in fact, that is entirely a grotesque, more like a raping thought on the planet. And even people that think like that think that bigger is better, that type of thing, I think it's beyond overrated. It's one of the grossest things I ever heard in my flippin' life, and when I've been around women that talk like that and guys that act like that, it's so repulsive. I could just smack you, but I don't, and I keep my, not you, but I keep my emotions in check unless it gets really crude and gross and people are really bad. Then I'll be forced to say or do something, but usually I deal with it as gracefully as I can, you know? But rape is no laughing matter, and the watchers that were supposed to take care of people on this planet did them a great disservice by even it'd be like here's the same equivalence of some being that actually had more knowledge in existence than a human being more like a baby. It'd be like you or I intentionally going out after somebody that is so mentally regressed and handicapped that we could have total control over them. It would be the same equivalent as that, even worse. So I decided to fight against all this, and you'd be amazed at the battles I've won. And I'm still being fought, but I'm not going to quit. I mean, today was a pretty sad day for me. Really hard. Um, what I'm doing entirely alone, and I can't prove a damn thing, you know? Even people that I would consider my friends, I don't know how friendly I am to them or how they consider me in all reality. I don't feel as though it's um, on the same level, I guess. So, just the understanding of people and the loyalty and that type of thing, I think I have it a little more together in that area. Could be because of my age, but I'm telling you it's not. I've been this way since I was a kid. All of me, the way I am right now. I didn't have the words to express that when I was a little kid, but I felt it all inside. I knew when Satan started trying to come after me when I was a baby, and it's never stopped, you know? So, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. The sexual organs of the very grotesque, and my thoughts on that and the way people around the world act. It's just ish. Look, if I know somebody's working serpent race bullshit or witchcraft or any of your bullshit, and you try and come against me, I'm going to bring it right back to you in force as much as I can, whenever I can. I'm not going to stop. Unless God wants to kill me and devour my soul. Other than that, I am who I am, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And that's putting the biggest damper in the creeps that would use other people for whatever reason, and just putting the biggest dent I can in their nefarious plans. That's all I can do, but I'll do it, and I do it well too. So, but yeah, there's witchcraft going on that will break up marriages. I guarantee you that I watched everybody from my parents, everybody in my life. Um, I'd watch like this glaze come over them, that they were being controlled by some outside measures, when they'd be under that. I mean, evidently their blood was susceptible to that anyway, because I always thought to myself, even when I was little, how could these adults be weaker than me in these areas? It's like, mm, I didn't understand it. Well, I understand it now, but I'm not gonna back off with speaking about it or telling everybody exactly what it is, whether it's the flesh or not that Satan controls, and it is principalities that are spirits, yeah, living in freaking bodies that can also feel pain, you know. Not that we're supposed to cause anybody any pain, because that is never my intent, you know. But I will put it back on them. I've not always done that, but yeah, that's a thing. Anyway. You know, Satan is the accuser. And if you have somebody going before God and saying something like this, perhaps, um, gee, she's really a bad woman, and I know she's a cheater, even if she's just thinking about that. So you can't prove it, but see, Christ, the Spirit, that's you're in a court of law, and He's representing you. He's there ahead of time with God and your accusers facing Him, telling lies about you. But the Christ Spirit will handle that. It may take a long time for some people. Some people may never get it, but that's whatever, you know. So, but I don't like being played with, and I don't play well when people do these things to my family, to me. I mean, it's not a damn joke to me, you know. So I never set out with any intent to wish anybody harm. Not a marriage, not a friendship, not my children, my parents, anybody in my life. There is exceptions when it includes my children, though. Yeah. I mean, even towards the last part of my marriage, it was like, hey, all I've ever had is God anyway, so you flippin' freaks can't get to me, you know. But yeah, I found out a person really does lose more. If you oppose the dark cabal, you're not going to have a nice life, and you won't have any friends. You'd have friends if you did the things that they do, or at least overlooked what they do, and I'm not going to do that. So that's not who I am. So I might be back. I just want to make that really clear. I made a little video on the Barbie Weiss channel. I was talking to women that maybe want to get married someday. Though that's my topic on that channel basically. And my video is how can you tell, or can you tell how a man is going to treat you based on how he treats his mother? And I'm telling you, no, you can't, because some men hold a great animosity for their moms, even their wives, and they'd rather treat you or I with a harsh word than they will the people they don't want to lose. So you're expendable in a narcissist world, basically. Yeah. It's like I said, I might be back, but I'm going to get this uploaded, and I appreciate you joining me. Love y'all. Have a really good night or day, wherever you're at. Peace.